Hello, my name is Tara Tanini and I work for an organization called Exhale to Inhale. Recently, our teacher training program has expanded, so we hope to be on the road and in a center or a studio with you soon. So with the expansion of this teacher training program, I wanted to give you a little bit more information about what the heck Exhale to Inhale methodology is, what you can expect from our training, and then answer any questions that you might have from here. So to kick off the conversation, just wanted to start off with defining what trauma is. So a traumatic event is something that overwhelms a person physically, mentally, emotionally. It's generally something that happens too fast, too quick, too soon, and overwhelms that person's capacity to cope. So if the trauma is left unresolved in the mind or the body, it might result in something that we call trauma symptoms. And trauma symptoms are a completely normal response to an abnormal event. So all humans have experienced some type of trauma, whether they identify with it or not. So the brain is hardwired for survival, which is great because it's doing everything it can to keep us alive. So if something is overwhelming to us, we have this ability to do what we call compartmentalize. So kind of putting it away in the closet so that we can deal with that at a time where we feel more safe. So oftentimes folks come to yoga class, and when their nervous system starts to become soothed, things can come up on the mat. I know personally in my yoga practice, before I knew anything about trauma, I find myself crying on the mat or feeling a body memory or even a past thought or emotion that I didn't know was still with me, or I didn't even know where the heck it came from. So in our yoga training, we find it incredibly important to understand what trauma is. And we're going to teach that. We're going to teach you what trauma is, how it happens, and the effects that it has on the brain, the mind, and the body. We'll help you identify triggers in your clients and students and ways to use the yoga practice to resource your clients. If you're not familiar with that word resource, essentially what that means is we're going to teach you how to set your students or clients up for success so that they get to identify their own self-soothing techniques. For example, breath work might be helpful for someone and not for someone else. Maybe tapping into the present moment is useful to someone, but not for someone else. So we'll give you lots of options and lots of tools to offer to your students and clients. If you're not a yoga teacher, we are going to help you teach. So we'll help you set up your classroom depending on what type of environment and community you'll be working in. We're going to give you and help you come up with your own language that is trauma-informed. We'll help you identify yoga poses that will be supportive and nourishing for your students. We'll explain breath work and how the breath is the gateway to the nervous system. We'll talk a little bit about meditation and different mindfulness techniques that can help people bring themselves into the present moment. We'll also have a great deal of time for practicum. So this is time where you'll get to practice teach as well as come up with lots of themes and yoga poses and really create this toolbox that you can dig into anytime you need some tools. So why does the Exhale to Inhale methodology work? So basically, this is an integrative approach to connecting the mind and the body into the present moment. So we're using the mind and the body as one, rather than looking at them at two. The Exhale to Inhale methodology is rooted in interoception. So what we're doing is we're inviting our yoga students to become familiar with sensations in their body. We can do this by cultivating a sense of safety and inviting our students to build a relationship with their physical container. Based on this, they can start to investigate what's happening in the mind and the body connection and begin to make choices for themselves. For example, down dog might be really nourishing one day, but not the next, and they get to choose what's right for them and their practice. We also work, and our methodology is really safe, incredibly simple and super accessible. So anyone that walks into your classroom or therapy session, you'll be able to offer them something. Whether that's useful or not will be the client's opportunity or the student's opportunity to make a choice for themselves, which is really fascinating and super empowering about the Exhale to Inhale methodology. So last but not least, the Exhale to Inhale methodology is rooted in self-regulation techniques for the nervous system. So we're using the mind and the body to experience the present moment. So if you have any questions, please let us know. You can reach us at info@exhaletoinhale.com or .org, I'm sorry, info@exhaletoinhale.org. And our training dates are kept on our website underneath the training tab, and the website is exhaletoinhale.org. Hope to see you in the training soon, and let us know if you have any questions. Namaste.